Stick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
These two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake. Meredith. Throws right side, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
To throw on 2nd down. Meredith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Down. 3rd and long.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 53-yard.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Is that all you got? You better count. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Reedy throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morrison. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He'll get about 4 here. Down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 3, 49ers 0.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they try the right side here. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Running back. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up
looking to throw on 2nd down. Reedy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Niners 7, Seahawks 3. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw again, Meredith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Reedy rolling to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Being chased out left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. play action. Meredith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again. Meredith. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Meredith to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The 17-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Reedy. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken at the 46. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Meredith. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Meredith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Seattle. On 1st down, Meredith. He'll find Taylor. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains.
And the Seahawks.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by pass is good. And that gets them back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a 48-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
For the extra point.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Niners 17. Seahawks 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Operating from the gun, Meredith. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Meredith.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Seahawks.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Meredith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Son for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Meredith will Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Is third down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off play action. Meredith. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He's brought down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Meredith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, Meredith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Meredith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
For the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Javon Kinlaw able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
Meredith's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss.
Into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, they're